Hello everybody, it's Jen. I'm back with another guest design project using Where is Candy by Gerda Steiner Designs. I'm also using some black glitter paper from this Recollections paper pad that came out, I believe it was last year. I'm going to be making a card using an image that I've previously colored as part of the 30-day daily marker challenge hosted by Kathy Rakusin. So I'm just fussy cutting that image out. And now I'm going to be working on a little speech bubble, or in this case, I want it to represent a thought bubble. And I'm using one of the candies in the stamp set, and I'm going to stamp that out 3 different times. I'm doing some masking here so that they look like they're piled on top of each other. And I'd pre-cut, stamped and cut the masks using full adhesive Post-it note paper. So I'm just trying to figure out how I want that last candy to be positioned. And I stamped all of these with my Lawn Fawn jet black ink. I am loving this ink because you can use it for both coloring with alcohol markers and for watercoloring. So it's waterproof, yet it won't hurt your alcohol markers either. So I'm using 3 different colors here for 2 color blending. So I'm using some purples, some teals, and some lime greens. I chose this color palette because I'm going to match it up to some distressed oxide inks here in a second. I also chose these colors based on how I had colored the image. So you'll notice that the little candy bucket is purple, and then I gave the little kitty cat some blue eyes. So I'm going to do some distressing ink blending using the distress oxide, and this is going to look like a hot mess for a while until I get near the end. But I'm using wilted violet, peacock feathers, and twisted citron. I'm kind of using the center of the paper as where I'm kind of dabbing off the excess ink because I want a really pretty soft blend to the outer side. I am going to be adhering that black piece of glitter paper in the center, so I'm not worried about what the center looks like. I just want to make sure that I can see a soft blend to the outer sides of that panel. I feel like this technique is very similar to doing a galaxy background where it kind of looks like you barfed all over the paper and nothing's matching until it's done, and then it looks great. Once I get these blended, I go over a few times with all 3 of the colors. I'm going to spray with my distress sprayer and some water here, and I'm going to let it sit for a little bit and pick that up to get some distressing. Then I'm going to use regular distress ink here, the black soot, and I have a wet paintbrush and I put some water on top of that so that I could do some splattering. I do prefer the regular distress inks for ink splattering. I find with the distress oxides, because of the pigment and the chalk-like feature, it doesn't have a bold look to it if you're using it for splattering. So I'm just going to clean up my desk here now, and then I can move on to heat drying this just a little bit. I didn't want any of the splatters to smudge at all while I was finishing up the rest of the card. So I'm going to be stamping the sentiment now, and I'm using the sentiment from the stamp set Where is the Candy. I have actually cut this stamp set. It is positioned on top of each other, but I wanted it to be a long sentiment, so I did cut it. I used to be one of those people that would gasp if anyone cut their stamps, but now I really feel like if it's going to allow me to use my stamps more, then I have no problem with it, especially with the photopolymer stamps, because you can so easily kind of stick them back together seamlessly so that you would never know that they'd been cut, so it doesn't bother me anymore. So now I'm going to put this panel onto my card base, and I should have mentioned I was using Bristol a smooth cardstock for that panel. Here is the black glitter paper. I did use the wonky stitched rectangle dies from My Favorite Things to cut that out. You can't really see the detailing in the video, but you can in person. I used some Scotch foam adhesive to give some dimension to the little dressed up kitty cat and the thought bubble, and then I'm stamping the Happy Halloween sentiment on the inside. I absolutely love how that script is for this stamp set. And to finish off the card, I'm using some glossy accents on her eyes, and it's complete. So I hope you guys enjoyed. Here's some still shots. Let me know what you think about the soft kind of trio of colors for Halloween. the teal, the lime green, and the purple. Do you like it? Do you not like it? Thanks everybody for watching. I'll see you all really soon. Bye!